religious leader and cultural leader had a special courtesy visit to the office of District Forest Officer to have a solution for the mass tree cutting. At the district, they were welcomed by Oyuki Charles, that's the specialist in environment at the harbor, whereby they discuss the solutions and how people are planting trees before reaching the office. Welcome viewers. Today we are at the district headquarters. We have the technical team, the cultural leader, and then we have a religious leader whom they are here at least today to share with us what they are doing on the ground concerning conservation of our environment. We know very well that there is now climatic change, and very soon we shall be going ahead to see that the whole planet is all being changed into maybe hell, or as we go to the rightful way. But now, before we start, we should have some commercial break, and then we start with you. Right now, here I have the DF, that's Mr. John Okidi, and then we have Sheikh Othman Ohola, and then we have, that's our chief clan of Kutongo, that's Mr. Kasumiro, who is that's here. And then, DF, you're welcome to Celeb Empire. We want to know from you what intervention you have conducted in this district concerning the conservation of our environment. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. And the cultural leader who is with us, and then the religious leader is here. I want to thank you for this opportunity that you've given us, so that we can talk to the people, so that we can share with the public what the district is doing as far as environmental protection, particularly in the areas of tree planting is concerned. As you said, my name is John Okidi, the Forest Officer for Agago District Government. As a district, one of our priorities is to ensure that we embark on environmental protection and conservation strategies. Well, as you're aware, the issue of climate change is a very pertinent challenge, which is not only affecting our district, it is a worldwide concern, which needs a collective effort. We have a number of interventions that we are actually embarking on to ensure that we protect our environment we protect the trees that are there. Of course, as you know, we're also losing trees in the district as a result of, agricultural activities and other purposes for which people are cutting trees. So, as a district, we have a number of strategies that we've come up with to ensure that, one, we restore the trees that have been lost, and also ensure that we plant more trees. So one of the interventions that we have as a district is to ensure that we promote community tree planting. And how are we doing that? The district has entered into public-private partnership with one of the development partners called Kijani forestry. And this engagement has enabled us to open up a district tree nursery where we are raising assorted tree seedlings. And these seedlings, we are actually issuing them out to the communities in the district, both individuals and as well as at institutional level. These institutions may be both public and private. So what we are doing is that we are ensuring that these seedlings are raised, they are ready, and when they are ready, the individuals and institutions are free to come and pick them up. The terms and conditions regarding the distribution of the seedlings that whoever is ready to plant these trees should, one, begin with the preparation of the land. Once you've prepared the garden, the district team should go and inspect to ensure that yes, the garden is ready. Then we give you some basic knowledge and skills on how to do the lining and pitting, so that by the time you take the seedlings, it is ready. They are ready to be planted. So once it is done, the farmer who is ready to plant the seedling will come. Will have to provide his or her own means of transport. Then you come and get the seedlings. Then you go and plant immediately. The idea is that once you've actually taken the seedlings, you should not leave them to stay for long, to avoid the destruction of those seedlings. So one, that is the reason why we want that by the time you come here to pick the seedlings, the garden should be ready. So when you come here, we take your details and then you go with the seedlings. This is to enable us make follow-up of those seedlings that have been taken, to see how they are being managed. If there are some challenges that need technical advice, we are there. And that's the reason why we take critical record on those that have picked the seedlings.
Now, like so far, how many trees seedling have been planted last season?
Well, as I told you, in as far as our engagement with the Kijani is concerned, we planted over 800,000 seedlings. As I said, over. But of course, this excludes the contribution from other development partners other than Kijani. But this also excludes the contributions in terms of seedlings that have been made by individuals, for example, our members of parliament who have also been able to distribute seedlings to communities in our district. So that is what we've so far done. And as I talk right now, for this particular year, that is 2024, we have so far given out 32,000 seedlings. But this is an ongoing process that, and we hope by the end of the year, we shall have given a lot more seedlings outside to ensure that we promote community tree planting. It is an innovation that we feel it brings the seedlings closer to the people, because in the past, our community have been complaining, yes, we need to plant seedlings, we need to plant trees, but the seedlings are not there. So with this kind of arrangement, we hope it brings the seedlings closer to the people, and we hope it will encourage our people to plant more trees. And this is an intervention that we think is really good. The other intervention that we have as a district is to ensure that we monitor, because it is not just a matter of giving out seedlings. We also do monitor to ensure that these seedlings that we've given out, the trees that have been planted, have been managed well. If there are challenges, we should be able to take note and then take appropriate actions. But also, we also want to know what is the survival rate for these seedlings that we're giving out. We have different species, because we have different tree species that we're giving out. Of course, their survival rate may not be the same depending on the species, depending on the area, depending on the soil type and all that. So that's the reason why we do carry out monitoring, to ensure that yes.
Yes, Defio.
Yes.
Now, beside that one, What about the magnitude of destruction? How is it? Is it reduced? Has it reduced or is
Well,
it still increment?
as you may recall, in the previous years, the level of environmental destruction, especially in the areas of tree cutting, has been massive as a result of the intensive charcoal business that was going on in the past. But I want to report that I talk right now, there has been a drastic reduction in the rate of tree cutting. This has been brought about by a number of factors. One, you recall there was an executive order by the President of the Republic of Uganda, which gives a ban on the charcoal trade in our region here. And to me, that has really given us a leeway to ensure that we enforce along that line. There has also been, of course, we also have different laws which regards the protection of the trees. Like, for example, if you look at the National Forestry and Tree Planting Act, there are also regulations. There are also a number of other laws that prohibits that. So with those in place, but also as a district, there is also an ongoing process to come up with the district ordinance on environment, which has already been blessed by the council. It's now going to be taken to Kampala for further review and then eventually to come to help us on the ground here. And then also there are also some other sub-counties that have bylaws. Like, for example, we have Wall and Parabongo, they have bylaws on the environment. So with the existence of those different laws and policies in place, we hope it is really helping us a lot to ensure that we combat. But also, other than that, as a district, we are trying to ensure, with the help of different stakeholders, we want to ensure that we implement those laws and then the orders by the president, with the help of the different stakeholders like the police, the armed forces, to ensure that there is a drastic reduction in the rate at which we are losing the tree stands. So, in response to your question, I want to say that there is a drastic reduction in the rate at which trees are being cut.
Okay. Thank you so much, DF. And then,
But also, maybe before the other aspect that I thought it is also very key for us to talk about is the sensitization, awareness.
yes.
It is actually a strategy that we're using as a district so that our community know the values of these trees. Because once the community know the values of the trees, of course, these trees have different importance. Other than the, uh, the environmental aspect of it, the reduction or to the issue of climate change, to address the issue of the climate change. Of course, we also have the cultural importance that we have. We also have other economic importance that some of these tree species give us. So that is why, as a district, one of the strategies that we're putting in place is to ensure that we sensitize the community so that they protect the different tree species. Particularly, we also have tree species that we call restricted or reserved tree species that by law are not supposed to be cut. Even in accordance to our culture, they are not supposed to be cut. So one of the things that we are doing is to ensure that we enforce these laws to ensure that the trees are protected. The reserved tree species are protected. You'll recall that in 2017, in December, there was a circular which was issued by the Minister of Water and Environment prohibiting the, the cutting, the trade on some of the restricted tree species like the shea trees and then the Physalia africana. So, and that still actually is still in place. So that is why it is important that we let the community know about some of this. But also, there are some of these trees that are of great economic importance to us, other than the cultural values that they have, like the shea trees. It is helping the community. So what we are doing as a district is to ensure that we sensitize the community, but also the errant community members who are deliberately destroying the species are also brought to books to ensure that these tree species are protected. So those are the interventions that we are having, but also our coordination with the different stakeholders like the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, to ensure that we work together because this is a collective responsibility. We cannot do it alone as a district. We have different institutions like the police, like the army. All these need to be brought in place. The local leaders, as well as the technocrats, we need to come together. And that is the strategy that we're using as a district to ensure that we fight those environmental hazards that are leading to the destruction of our environment.
Okay, thank you so much for your deliberate actions. And then the road, or being condom body kong, mabero niang mabe, pola kare unu bero I feel, atim tich mamego. Ngo mu nongo kuno mabe, dog mabe ma unu timo, mu wek bolwak kuno chala nyot, mini yen pire tek. So, wajole.
Afoyo matatu twali, afoyo divo matekenwa, nyarapo bene shake, matekenwa kany, nyaro kasimiro mom. Ni chiela mera fo matatu twali, office pa DFO mi Agago. Pol kare watero pot. Mene amini wawe dano gube pengech, dano guno fony, ikombe pa kabiru moru mwa kikita mera wakwede. Ania mabene machalo I district mi Agago. Kware wago bedo gi gum to twal yen madongo unono tie kabir moro wakany yen mabejo makitiki tiche mokana tie mide pacho mokana tie ma kikwe mokana tie ma kitiyo kere yo ni achama jomne weng tie mokana tie yat chidong kera kawachane ni pera mwano pera kokte kong kwa madong kong pere pian bedo ke pera machante bedo ke pera mapol yan to gen pera machan keo go amotwo yen lokane ko yen chane to ko yen chan gina pera tek ka no go no sino Acholi wa ni kwa no ko machan ko go amotwo yan to iwang madong kanya wa o yene tino ole kibere joma madongo ko nego tino bere go do yen umien ke tek wich ko bere no ni donge tiga wenyo yen mete kwaro kon yen mete kwaro tigi pich mapol ken mane awayo kere donc aneno ni kitma la DFO fo wayo kere gien ma aneno ma pere tek en ye meribo ching menene ni dano gungi wat matikien dano ka achiel ki kabir morum wa gunge ni laboy kabir morum wa unyo yen chao kana ki pi kagi pere wan be bo ber ki pere kawatie gen bere beru ki alaka kit manote kere biar wa ko gi chao kana yang ma wa yuyo bere konyo gi donc kere ka wachane ni kit mai wa kere ni wan wo woro kabir mapoli Agago district kan ingej pa wan machalo biro te kwar wa ngene pe ko kutie matek twal pien dano gubedo dia go teme me were ko ki wangamente yo mapapat ento wan maberi kingang wa ngeo waneno machalo Lukole me district ole kien pero ngeo ne matut ento yo made none tiga time masa kere jemo pol marajo tiga time inone track woro kidi wo pien machalo district forest officer gipe ki modugo ento gitiyo ki security gen mo wero la dilo gero nero ni chalo police ki mon tiji menene gigwoko gi control the movement yo wuoth mamaka tien loke ni ka gimo tiga time makulong gen machalo DFO gen no information ki bo security donc pero matie machalo walo dir te kwaro tika neno ni security yo magigwoko yo magineno ni oda para dilo ti pero tie bodgi ewa ng'eyo ng'o matiga time yen wa mogo chadem ni mota katika ward dicho kun road block motimo por attack the local community bere dongu no ni kerto makai ten yue wang dano dong tu pore inore dong ki karenge ot ki jalo ot ki kero ho ni por mota kama pio ki diwo mukene kitiyo gi pipire michwalo neo i teng piny madong kok bo ki district wek mutoka kero no kikuno jomukene kero wa kin produce jomukene inone gitiyo ki yo makene kene nyoke lako kero me package chuweko jem machalo kirman wan machalo diro te kwaro kutwa tika nene ni buti matut pien ka nena achiel gwok lori ma aki district ya gwok oa moya no abich chika waneno ni ka lori bedo kod no yen adi district ka tote matek tutwal ket mara di DFO wale kede maguri peke juu ni Kijani mera fuwa lume matek tutwal ento pero matie eni wal machalo community huwa wano ma kwa wapo kwa para kwa yu makere kede ento wape kichwin kiwich kitam ni pieto ni mukene ni leba kare noni yen makone district tute ni umir dano kupiri ngat mo na dong tigane mo kane mo para beach makaro ento watugo no mano pe opera pibere mero pieto ne kere ka kiwachi kibiri mi nono pibere gam public transport pebe kuno ge makonyo e kere ka kino yo mi kwalo wai dikan pibere yopo ni okay chawa pebe inoni tika timo gimo ma anyime rom biro nok pebe ni kaka peto yen magwoko kwa nyuri pe kar management ani kuno be yo chuwe ho lep mono wajuni mindset kit madang ginyang kere kabiru murumwa tika nane putie bu matuto twal awan machalo riote kwarwa nani olu kagamente bibir kero chi ubir kero menane ki mako shing district achiel ki riote kwar ka achiel ki bir dini weka wa minge chibodano weka la kubetie man ene olu gir mana tamo no wiero adoye eno
Chidong kare mobera woten ni kare mo bano je mukene kuno ma giwacho ni un kwanyo leya chi un ko kwanyo leya utimo kingo dok mari dok kanyo umako dano utero kwene
akare machalo actually yen tigi siek makamegi kayini tong yen mukene ma te kwaro pe chwao no mene tong kimi puot ikine kar machon kamono chalo ke mako chuburia ni wang mai koho machala chuli la bone chalo yen nyoya gin yang ni tibu pakwa wa woho en yen machal komano maka yini yelo chi en tibu pakwa wane gi kejo ka go kejo yero kelo yama marach romo wego ching rien kije mukene wego pege merne ki chwe tibu pakwa wa wego je machal ke mantime o wa itom miere kineni kitomo were chao kene paro wago yene ngat ma timo bando ngut don machalo wan ma watie ki dul makame go bere pien pero ma watika nongo mege mayang ologi gwoko kabir murun wane watiki ure panye tika to ino mona ye yen tika kwanya la tong en mitomo dok yen go yao ino mon tika chulo darne ki tong gi yen ajikine no ne gina yang mon petimo ni cherte ndu memero mon tia chero kamera ki gima chal komano chidong wego machalo wan lo dir rudi bere ulu kiniga wego wa wa chero kin penga nani waneno ni dano go biro ki wore ko yen machal komano wego watiyo ki chiek mano actually gumoho ni ini chero te opal umiro mo ito dong tije mukane ma ingio ni kombiri ni bo pe dong tie wot ket mayang ma chon bene pere kero weko ludiru bene wor mene ni gichuo daro bene wang ma kero mite chipitie kony mo mano chao kane du en jus mo miyo menane ki piko mo ki wot bo ping unyo gina chama ket mayang chon ka ini o ki gwari pul pesa na chiel ni muri kari dong pere weko ka ini timo bali ludiru mago cherne weng miyo nene chuo transport ki yen bene luo bubu widu chien je ma jal ko mano weko ko ni ka i weko yini tom no wiero ke mak gili mo mene o ko ni je mo kana mi go
chi gene kono mbaka mago gene te kwaro tiki twera mi mako dano mi ter mabus nyo oro to nyo make kube ki jomo
te kwaro mi achiel kita kombe dong wati kendi wati chalo jo magi koro pirin bot jo ma gichung menane ni jo ma ko timo ban ku kan ki chik wilo mai kine chie DFO ma en chung menane ni ka wa koro pirin ni dano mo ene no ka te kirman waramo bene bedo ki ker me kelo evident kakan mo pore chidong ite me chama ka me gendo menni ko ma chal ko manu udah ni fai pagamento menane kilo ko kes ma chal ko manu cho wa wan ma chal ni te kwaro te wa ma ko dano chi wa kwa ko ga kan ma ka me kwa chwalo bod damente mo miyo ngi bod die fo menane ni ko en chung menane no dano ke me ki kita no chi wilo te ka wa
Apoyo. Yeah, apoyo. Okay, Sheikh. Wan wajoli. Kono wan joma wunu doro gini. Jomo kene wayo ni urome. Urome ni gendo pe gitika no lokom yen mabe. Nge un ka gibino poro waje utimo ni ning nyo dini chalo dini. Utika doro program mi environment conservation ni ning.
Ania Shakus Manola, Times Nami Agago District. Ilok machala maro kitendo. Ada kay birnen wano dano. La chuyo ke roi ngam kai pero wero ko ngam be jar porro. Ma before wat kero dano no dong lo ba chuyo jemi wen ma be dano. E keri wano dano wano timarani. Pe wa gwa gin mango ba bini wa. Gini eneni wapuonyo ene kacha mi someone wachunga puonyo waje walk environment to bedo timarani below na ka yato mone tie mami achama kodi yan moni pe to ben encouraging kompuon matek mala nibi Prophet Muhammad beri ko mpuonyo wayani kinen down ten padam kuone ruin ti jami tiche wenge ngora dong jamade kinje made mano kwane utumio la pore chalo ginari makonyi kere indi ni mane tao uberie pitu yen ni achama ina machero per chala en maka ini per chala mochungwa gi emme gi kere indi bete medong gina ke ngone ngo continue charity neno maka ini timo jame ni wego di maja winyo macham gumberu migi dan maberi tere gumberu migi anyuti wapuonyo dan ke keni dano obedo dia pol lok dong ngeo ni en bere dia bulo maber da yo pen kan mi petu yen mir dano ko petu yen an yeni kita na kane dong kimi konyo yo mapupo wamiro ukagi wamiro chalo bao gi wamiro chalo ngo gi chika dong eno weko dano chero gam jemi kan mabore piendo ki destroy mo chok weng chi mere ngeo pe kama one dana den we ko kelo pe ko yeah that's why weather change ki ngo gini keni yen ma tim attracting pi ki ngo ko ki ngo gini no dan destroy chi weko wapunyo gi ni mire ki mede ki petu yen dok bene ki gwahe so we mere en yen yen pol ber yen ki ngo gi o me kina ni ngo in lo
Ay, wafoyo no. Wafoyo mjalo chao.